anybody's up this morning, going for a ride. Surely there's somebody hanging around at their computer this morning, looking for somebody to talk to on a drive. Slow down going through here. It's a Saturday morning. Somebody might be up. Other than me, out driving around doing car stuff. Give it a few minutes and see if anybody jumps in. Chat. If they don't, then get off the line stream. Yep, like the title says, headed to a junkyard this morning. I'll check out some old cars. See what we can come up with. See, almost 3 minutes in, nobody's jumped in yet. We'll see, maybe everybody else is working this morning. Got stuff to do. Thought for sure somebody would be sitting around a computer. Not that early. 9:30. 10:30 Eastern time. Oh, one person. Looks like one person jumped in. I'm not sure who it is. Let's say something. Irish Outlaw. Oh yeah. Headed to an old junkyard this morning. It's got a lot of really old cars in it, from a lot of 50 model cars, 60s, 70s, 80s. Going this morning to make a deal on a 84 Mercury Capri RS Turbo. Look at some more Fox bodies, some Pontiacs. I know he's got some, I think he's got a Catalina, a couple Bonnevilles, 60s Bonnevilles out there. Check them out. Got some old Chevrolet, I think he got some Impalas. No, he's got some 59 Chevys. Go pick my brother up. We're gonna go see can we make a deal. We're gonna try to get 3 or 4, maybe 5 different cars. This old yard has been there for 50 years or so. The guy that owns it sold the property to the state last year, and they gave him 1 year to get all the cars off the property. They're going to widen the highway, so they bought his property and gave him a huge amount of money for this property. Sub 615 Customs. So anyway, he had 1 year to get these cars off this yard. So he's selling what he can, and he's just going to start crushing the rest, he said. He does own 2 salvage yards, and this is the one that he doesn't use anymore. So I'm going to try to buy as many as I can and clean them up and flip them. Try to get them out of that yard and save them. The Mercury Capri I'm going to go get is already spoken for, so I'm going to try to get it. I don't know if I'll get it loaded up today or tomorrow or this week. I'm off for the next 7 days, so we'll try to get that car loaded up to the house and see what other vehicles we're going to get. I know my brother's wanting to look at some old Dodge trucks because he's a Mopar guy, so he said there's a lot of parts he can use off of these old Dodge trucks. So I'm gonna see what Pontiac engines they have there. I think he's got one Bonneville with a 389 in it. I just have to buy the whole car if I want the engine. What's going on, Ford Blue? Hey, I'm headed up right now. I got the trailer hooked up. I'm going up here to check out this Capri. See, can I get it? I don't know if I can get it loaded today or if I leave my trailer with my brother and have him get it loaded the next day or two. But I'll have some video up today. I'll make some, and I'll have some stuff tonight on it. I'll give you a call once I get the car, get looking at it. Pure Pontiac, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, it's junkyard day. Let's see who else is. Jamie Higgs. Yeah, this old junkyard is, like I said, it's been there for probably over 50 years. Last time I walked out there was with, I've been there since then. Me and my buddy went up here. I know we got an old Suburban that's got to get loaded up. We'll go get the Capri, try to get it either loaded today or at least get my trailer up there so we can get it put on there. There's an International Scout I may try to make a deal on. I'm not sure. Alright, I'll send you a text. Yeah, I got your number. Yeah, I'll text you first. I know this guy's got some 59 Chevy cars, the old Batwing cars. They're not in great shape. He's got some nice cars up here though that are still in good shape. There may be some late 60, early 70 Chevelles. I think he's got 3 or 4 of those. I'm gonna check those out because I can get a really good deal on those also. I'm gonna try to save what I can. Like I said, he's probably only got 6 more months left of getting cars off this yard before he starts crushing them. Because the state's gonna clear the land. They're widening the road going through there, putting the interstate through. I've got room to save as many as I can. My brother's got 14 acres of land not far from the yard, probably 10 minutes from there. We're just going to buy what we can. I'm going to try to buy and flip and just keep buying them. And if I can make enough money to cover all my costs and my time off of the cars, I'll buy and sell as many as I can. I'm not trying to get rich off of nothing. I just, I want to cover my time and my gas money. And I'm gonna pull them out, pressure wash and vacuum them out, and maybe put tires on them so they'll roll. Just some crappy tires that'll hold air. Just something to get them moving around with. So that way, people, if they want to buy them, we can get them on a trailer real easy. I'll get a little list. I'll do a video. I don't know if I'll get it up tonight or tomorrow, but I'll make a video of the yard. And if there's anything that sparks your interest, just let me know. I'll have my email addresses on my about and on my channel. I got my email address there. It's bigblock402racer@gmail.com. But last time I was up here, I know when me and Cletus, stuff with Cletus came up here, and Ryan with 113 Cycles. When we came up here, there was 65 GTL Le Mans or Tempest. You know what? He's got some mid-60s Pontiacs. I don't think he's got any Le Mans, though. I know he's got a Bonneville and, what was the other one? It wasn't a Grand Prix, but I know he's got a Bonneville. I think he's only got 4-door cars, the old Pontiacs. But when stuff with Cletus and I came up here and looked last time, I think we counted about 10 Fox bodies and about a dozen G bodies. Now he has gotten rid of some of the G bodies since then. He had some Buick Regals, Dodge Omni. Yeah, I didn't see. You know what? I didn't really look for any Dodge Omnis while I was up here. I did have an 85 Omni GLH though at one time, and that was a go-kart on steroids. That was a fun little ass car. Wish I would have kept that GLH. I got a lot of wish I would have kept cars, but that GLH was pretty cool. It was ugly, but it was fun and fast. It was a sleeper. I actually sold it to a guy that had a Grand National, and he was a turbo guy, so he I had to upgrade it to a Type 2 setup on it. He loved it. Use your car dolly if you had decent tires. Pull good. Use my car dolly. Figured if I put headed to the junkyard on the title, might get some people's attention. People like junkyard crawls. This one I went to it. I don't know if I went to it last year. I know I didn't go to it. Yeah, I think I might have went there in January of this year. I don't go in the summertime because there's you know, the normal critters, wasps, snakes, spiders, scorpions, tarantulas. This in the hills up here. Tarantulas don't bother me. Not worried about the spiders. The wasp are probably what I hate the most. I do got some snake boots today. These were my dad's boots. Got some snake-proof boots. But I'm not worried about snakes because it's 33 degrees right now. It was 28 when I got in the truck. Your honey hole has 9,000 plus cars and trucks. And where is that in? What state's that in? Pontiac. What state's that in? I'm in Northeast Arkansas. There is another yard up here I haven't been to. It's not far from here, and it's got a lot of cars also. My brother's going to take me to, okay, Missouri. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. That's not far away. I think you did tell me you was in Missouri. I think you said Central Missouri. You close to Kabul, Cuba, or Colombia? You a little further up. I get this Capri. I'll be headed to Springfield, Missouri, to meet up with Ford Blue Gauge there. He's wanting this Mercury Capri. Ohio cars don't last long. Northeast of Columbia. Okay, northeast of Columbia. Yeah, you're up there a good ways for me. Ohio cars don't last long. Well, these cars here in Arkansas aren't too bad. Most of them are still rust free. I mean, you'll have the usual floor pans. If they've been sitting on the dirt, the floor pans will be bad in them. But for the most part, the frames and the bodies and stuff are usually pretty good here in Arkansas. We don't use salt on the roads. We use potato starch water. Potato starch is what they spray on the roads here, and it don't do shit. It don't work worth a crap. It looks good on the road because it looks like they done something, but we don't put salt down. Thought we was meeting in Joplin. I don't know what. I didn't even look at Joplin on the map. I know I looked at Springfield. I'll look at Joplin. It don't matter to me. day though. Let's see what. Got a little bit of flatland here. Okay, I didn't even notice that, Blue, that Joplin was about middle. I know Springfield was a little closer for me and a little bit further for you, so yeah, Joplin would be fine too. I've never been to Joplin. I've been to Springfield. I'm actually, where I've got to go to get this is 2 hours from my house north, and my brother lives about 10 minutes from this yard, so I'll probably just take it to his house and leave the trailer and car at his house until we get ready to meet up. I am going to pressure wash it and try to get it vacuumed out so we can see what all's there. 73 going to kick the bucket these days. His family don't want nothing to do with it. I've been there since I was a kid. Yeah, this other yard up here, Pontiac Garage, the guy is in his 80s, I think, now. And for the longest, he wouldn't sell anything off this yard. But recently, in the last year, he's decided that he's not going to do anything with it. And I guess he's probably in the same situation. Nobody else in the family wants to deal with it. So he's been telling people he'll sell anything he's got on that yard. So I haven't been to it. I don't know what's on it. I think it's actually got a lot of mowers on it from what my brother says. And oh, there I am. I'm back. I'm back. I'm not sure how long my signal will last when I get up here to, we'll drive out of the flatland and we'll get into the hills. We're headed up in the Ozarks here. Get a serpentine bolt-on set up for a square body. Irish, I had a bolt-on set up for a small block. I've got one for my big block. I'm not putting it back on there because that thing weighs so much. It's so heavy. This serpentine setup is just way heavier than the V-belt setup. So when I go back with the engine, BNR, I'm going to go this morning. I'm buying a Mercury Capri, a 84 Mercury Capri RS Turbo Charcoal Edition. And I'm going to try to make a deal on about 4 or 5 cars. I think the more I buy, the better deal I can get. So me and my brother are going to look at some trucks and some cars. See, I think there's a Bonneville and what's the other big Pontiac? Not a Grand Prix. Not a Le Mans. It's a big car. New drag car? No, it's hey, what's up, Ryan? Streetcar Chronicles. What's up, brother? Oh, Corn Pop. Nope, not a new drag car. It's there's someone here in the chat, Ford Blue Gauge. He's looking for a Mercury Capri because he's got some friends Mercury Capris, and he and I are going to make a deal on this car if I get it. The guys that just got this yard. He's going to end up crushing everything in it. He sold the land to the state last year, and they gave him 1 year to get everything off the yard. And so he's selling what he can, and he's going to start crushing them. He's got some second-gen Camaros that he said and F-bodies. He's going to start crushing those. So I'm just going to get we're going to take a walk around today, get some pictures of cars that we're interested in, go see him and try to strike up a deal on multiple cars, trucks. Dang, you got the flu. Flu ain't no good, buddy. One of my coworkers just got over it. I think he said the puking and shitting was his worst thing. And you already got one of those down pat, so you should be all right. Pre-RS is a super cool car, yeah. This one's it's an 84 model RS Turbo. It does not have the original powertrain in it. Someone took it out. I did look up though. I believe the car does have a 345 limited slip differential in it from the factory because it's the charcoal edition car. Good square body hood, cheap enough for a 77. Okay, yeah, Bobby. Yeah, I'll look and see what he's got. He's probably got some of those at his other yard. I think he's got square bodies on the other yard. We're probably going to check it out too. 96.99 Gen 4 pickup engines today. I think that's low dollar slipper. Yeah, I believe you, BNR. Those I know that Gen 6 engine and square body stuff. And one he put in his truck, he just put a small cam and some 781s on it, and it runs great. It runs great. Yeah, Mark, I'm going to go check out this Capri for Ford Blue. I've already looked at it. I mean, I've checked it out a couple times. I'm trying to make a deal on a bunch of cars. He already knows that's the first car I'm wanting to pick up is that Capri. He's got some really nice old 40 and 50 model cabs and front clips off of trucks too. He did have a straight 8 Buick out here. That was decent. Yeah, he's got some Pontiac engines out here. I think he's got mostly 389s though. I'm not sure if he's got anything bigger. I don't know if he's got any 400s. I'm really not sure what came out in that mid-60s Bonneville. I believe it's a 389. I know he's got a, I think it's a 455 nail head that's sitting on the ground. Old Buick motor. I wanted to get it because I like the nail heads. I'm not sure what kind of condition. It may be just a complete basket case though. I mean, it don't have a carburetor on it. The intake's open, so it may just be locked completely up with rust. I don't even know what's savable on it. Oh, I know you will. And what you said about that T-top that'd be awesome. Man, I wish I had a T-top Fox body though. Like I said, nobody really likes the convertibles. I don't either. But a T-top car, man, I've only had I think I've had two F bodies, T-top cars. Had a 91 Z28 T-top. That was my wife's car. That was a fun car. And then I had another I think it might have been a Firebird T-top. I know I've had a couple hundred cars, I'm not sure. All right, Jamie, thanks for stopping in, man. .389s are good. Better flowing heads. Buy custom Fords. Almost 389, low cost. Unless GTO coded. Yeah, this one's definitely not a GTO car. I got one of the rarest T-top Fox bodies. Bear Rose Garage. What's going on, Bear Rose? Hey, I may see some old Mercuries today. I know he's got a Mercury. It's not the what was ever the equivalent to the what was it, a Comet? I think it's a Mercury Comet, like a Maverick. Is that what that was, the Mercury Comet? Or yeah, because the Bobcat was a Pinto. see, Barrows, the yard I'm going to this morning is, it's been there for probably 50, 60 years or so. The guy that owns it, it was his dad's yard, so it's been in the same family. He has 2 salvage yards. He has the new yard, which is where he stays all the time, and this old one that's been abandoned for a while. He hasn't done anything with it in quite a while, but he sells things off of it, but he don't put anything back out there. He sold this land to the state, and they gave him 1 year to get all the cars off of it. So that's been probably 6 months ago. So we're trying to get as many cars off of it as we can, because he's going to bring a crusher in and just crush them to get rid of them. Because, I mean, for the money they paid him for the yard, he don't have to sell any of the cars. I mean, he made damn good money off the yard itself. But me and my brother are going to try to save as many cars as we can. We're going to try to get the best deal on a bunch at one time, and then clean them up and just flip them. Not trying to get rich off them, just flip them and try to save them. If I can cover my time and my gas money and my expenses on, you know, junk tires and stuff like that, we'll try to get as many as we can. You know, B&R, Brian, I'm not sure. As far as Olds engines, I don't even remember seeing any Oldsmobile stuff up here. I remember seeing a Dodge Seneca, and I think an Imperial, an old Chrysler Imperial. I wish he had some AMC or AMC stuff. He does have 2 Gremlins up here. One's a Gremlin X, and the other one's just a regular Gremlin. I think they're both 6-cylinder cars. But I know the one does say Gremlin X on the side of it, which is just a package. It has the factory V8 in it. Grab the intake or the engine if you can. The secret about Mercury is that Home Depot hit all their production performance. Yeah, you know, Barrows, I think you still got the factory engine in the car. It's a 4-door Comet, and it's in really good shape. Like, the interior is great. Considering it's been sitting in the yard, it's in really good shape. It's a 4-door, so. What's going on, Doug? We're not far. We're almost out of this flatland. We hit. Let's see. I still got 5 bars of signal though. That's good. We'll be driving down this flatland shortly. Start hitting some hills. We are almost to, I believe, Black Rock, Arkansas. All your yards are covered in snow. Well, Doug, this is the time of year that we hit the yards in Arkansas, because the usual pests aren't there, like wasps, snakes, spiders, scorpions. You know, the nuisance stuff. Mainly for me, it's wasps. I got hit by wasps. A couple months ago. They was in an AC unit at my house, and I walked by, and 4 of them hit my arm at the same time and lit me up. They piss me off, wasps do, but I mean, they usually win until I get my pump up sprayer with Dawn dishwashing liquid and I take care of them. The wasps are just really bad down here in Arkansas. What's going on, Robbie? Hey, Robbie, headed up here to Joey's. Me and Michael are gonna go to the yard. Try to make a deal on about 5 cars, 4 or 5, something like that. I don't know. See what we can get. I know we're getting the Capri. And I think there's a mid-80s Dodge truck Michael's wanting for sure. I'm only going to get the vehicles that I know that people are wanting. I'm not going to get something that I'm going to scrap out. I mean, I'm wanting to get cars that people want. Then I'll clean them up, vacuum them out, get them rolling on tires as long as the rear ends and stuff aren't locked up. Other than brakes, I can handle unsticking brakes, but get them rolling so people can load them up. Mid-80s Dodge trucks, yeah. Yep, mid-80s Dodge trucks. My brother's got a little red Express and he's looking for some interior parts, I believe. Dash parts are getting hard to find for the mid-80s Dodges. Heater controls and stuff like that, cables. Wow, that's pretty good. Barrows, I didn't even think about those big old 4-doors having the big motors in it. '83 D150, cool. I had an '84 D150, and I sold it to my brother a few years ago. It had a 360 in it. It was a short wheelbase. Had a sure grip. I thought it had 355s. It had 8 3/4. Somebody put an 8 3/4 rear end in it. 727. Whiplash cam. Sounded real good. And it had a Mopar Quadrajet on it. Stock 4389. Yours will be receiving a big block. That's awesome. Leighton Welding here in the chat. He just received a 440 big block with a 727. And he's going to be putting that in a Dodge Aspen. It's going to be a fun project. It'll be awesome to see that Aspen back on the road, smoking tires. With a big block Mopar. Yeah, we're numerous states away from you, Barrows. So please share secrets with us. If you take the secrets with you, then we can't share them to our kids later on. I was kind of hoping my granddaughter came over last night, and I was hoping my grandson would have came, but he didn't. I was going to wake him up this morning to make him go with me. Put him some boots on, get him in the on this junkyard crawl. I know it'd probably be a lot for him, but if you don't start when you're young, then you may not ever do it. I was going to drag him in this junkyard. So Ford Blue, you're saying that some of the Lincolns had the Cobra Jet motors in them? That's cool. I didn't know that. These cars want to do the speed limit now. We're coming into Black Rock, Arkansas. Crossing over this little river here. California El Camino. That one's got a look like a Firebird eagle on it too. Doug, I had one truck with a 306 in it. It was a 85 F100 or F150 with a it was a step side 85 F150 with 306, and no, it wasn't 85. It was a 95. 95. It was a fuel injected 6, 5-speed, and it drank the shit out of gas. Ran great though. Yeah, Mark, it's cool. The Capri, I found it a couple years ago, and I wanted to get it because I wanted a Fox body, but I just don't have. I've got 2 other projects I'm working on at the moment. I'm trying not to get more than I can do. I just got some parts in yesterday for my Ambassador. I got a headlight switch and a Holley carburetor. Factory 1 barrel for that 6-cylinder. Try to make that 6-cylinder run in it, but it's not going to stay in there. That's why I got the Pontiac 400. That's what's going to be going in the AMC eventually. Lincoln, didn't have coverage yet. 429. Cards with the package. What's up, Jason's Garage? 80 Capri. He painted black and white spot and calls it Calvin. Calpri. All right, we are up in the hills now. It looks like we're about 8 miles from Imboden. That's where the salvage. First, I got to go to my brother's house, which is the Mopar factory. Hey, we might do a ride in his 65 Barracuda today. He's got it running back on the road. He got his transmission put back in there and got it set up. He's got a gold 65 Barracuda that we may take a test ride in it today. What's going on, badass thing? What's going on, Drag Pack Merc? Got a pretty good little crew in here today. Bunch of car guys. Of course. It's hard to not click on something that says headed to the junkyard. We like cars, but we love junkyards. Junkyards hold our history in them, that's for sure. Especially when you have old yards like this one I'm going to. They got Hemi under the glass. No, it don't. But he does want to do Hemi. He does want to do a Gen 3 Hemi in his Little Red Express. I showed him Mr. Haney and John Cope. It's slowly happening here. People are slowly crushing things, and I mean we still have quite a bit of old cars though. just getting the people to sell them, and this guy here, he's selling. Guys got some good Ford history going on, talking about all these heads and these engines, and I'll have to go back and read that later. I am not fluent in big block Fords at all. I grew up a Chevrolet guy, and I still got my 64 Chevy. Y'all know Candy Cane. That's been my truck for 33 years, but I do have, I am not brand loyal to one brand. I have 3 Fords, 2 Chevys, 1 AMC, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Oh, and I do have an International. I got a 63 International Scout 800. That's up here at our property, up here in the hills. Last time I looked at it, it was the squirrels love the engine bay. It's completely full of grass and nuts, and it's a squirrel house for sure. Still a solid old truck though. Whenever I decide to finally pull it out and do something with it. I'll tell you what, I bet you Explorer parts are, the old Explorer parts are harder to find than this old 70s, 60s and 70 model parts, because all those things got crushed. It's like trying to find, you know, 80s model LeBarons, or like someone in here was looking for Omnis, 88 to 90, or 87 to 89, 90 model Omnis. I don't never see Omnis. I don't never see LeBarons, the 80s LeBarons, you know, the Reliant K cars, the old front wheel drive 80s cars. All those things got crushed. Nobody wanted them then, and I mean we drove them. They were economy cars. There goes some old trucks back here. They're selling. That guy's got parked right on the road, like a 58, 55, 60 something Chevrolet trucks, like Bob trucks, 1-ton trucks, possibly. There's a guy up here on the left. I believe we're getting close to him. He's got a bunch of old cars back here, lined up along his fence row. This guy here's got some 50-something Chevys at this place, and then along this back fence row, he's got cars lined up back there. He's got some old coupes. He's got some newer stuff back there, but he does got some older coupes and stuff there. I had to slow down. That guy in the trailer up there hit his brakes. And I'm driving the old slow F-150, the old 4.6 2-valve. Just ain't got much power for climbing these hills up here. So this F-150's got 418,000 miles on it, but it'll still pull a trailer. I don't think it has enough power to blow up. That's why it's got so many miles on it. BNR, I'll try to stay live as long as I can. I don't know how. I'll end up getting off here when I get to my brother's house, and then I'll go back live if I can when I get in the yard. I'm gonna be shooting a video also of what I got, because I'm gonna put a video up in case anybody's interested in some of these cars. We'll try to make some deals on things you might be interested in, but we're gonna pick out the ones that we know people would like and just try to make a deal on as many at one time as we can. Kind of a rough time to do this right before Christmas, but we just got to do it when we can do it. You're speaking German there, Bear Rose. I don't know what a T-code car is. Unless that's a 427 side oiler or something like that. Yeah, buying cars in bulk. It's going to be the best deal we can get is make him an offer on 4, maybe 5 at a time. We'll take him a list of everything we'd like to buy and see what he'll do for us. Hell, we may buy more, who knows. But luckily, we've only got a haul. This is 2 hours from my house, but it's only 10 minutes from my brother's house, and he's already told me we can just start taking them to his house and leaving them. So we can get more by just driving it to his house and dropping them off and going back and getting more. Which will be nice. We'll have a lineup. We can do we can clean them up and get them movable and just line them all up. The 430 Super Marauder was kind of late 50s, early 60s. And you know what? There is a where did I see a Mercury Marauder at that had to be late 50s? It was on this road one day. It was on this road somewhere off to the left. I've been traveling this road for the last 40 years or 30 something years. And there used to be a Mercury Marauder sitting up by a shop somewhere. I believe the next town we come to is Raven Den, which is where we're going. That's where my brother lives. Let's see, do I still got much signal? I've still got 5 bars of 5G, it says. As we come around this curve, I believe the yard is right up here. I'll slow down some. We got to go past it to get to my brother's house. I think it'll be up here on the left. Yeah, 67 GTX is a dream car for sure, and it'll be a dream unless someone has lots of Ben Franklins to get one, because those things are, people know what they got there. Hell, I thought I was close. Maybe another curve away. Yeah, we're definitely getting over. What's going on, Shelman? Headed to an old junkyard. There may be some square body stuff in this yard. There may be. I think this is it right here. This old yard down in here is where I'm going. You can't see much from the road. He's cleaned up a lot at the front, but all back down in these woods, down these hills, is a bunch of old cars. I mean, there's hundreds of them. So we will square body Dodge. Yeah, there's some square body Dodges there too, Doug. We're going to be looking at square body Dodges. We'll come back to that yard in a few minutes. We got to run up here to my brother's house and get him. Probably unhook this trailer so we can go back and park at this yard. We're going to go meet the owner first and let him know what we're going to do. And get the live back going when I get to the yard. Yeah, I like having people on the live stream, because as I'm looking at cars, you may spot something I don't see that's something special, and you can point it out. Especially the old Ford cars. He does have some old Ford cars in there, but I don't think he's got a lot of, but I don't remember, because I wasn't looking at anything specific as far as big Fords, and I was looking for old Mopars, old Buicks. And he sold a car that he'd already offered it to me once, and I didn't go get it, but he had a 65 Buick GS. It had a 401 in it, nailhead, and I passed it up. I didn't buy it. I mean, I didn't pass it up. I just didn't buy it that day. And I thought it would be there because it'd been sitting there for so long. And then when I went back, the Buick GS was gone, and it was it had a center console with a tachometer in the console, and it was nice. It was nice. And you guys watch the guy out in North Carolina that's buying all the old Chevelles and saving them. He's dragging them out, and he's selling parts cars and good cars and cars to beat projects. He's only doing the Chevelles though. I think the guy said they got 4 Chevelles on this yard, and I remember seeing 1 or 2 of them. I know he's got a couple station wagons too. I think he's got a 64 Chevrolet Biscayne, or might be a Bel Air station wagon. Yeah, Barrows. I don't have a certain brand I'm trying to buy. I'm wanting to buy, I'm wanting to buy what's savable, and what people will buy, that I don't have to store it forever, because I want to sell some and make enough that I can go back and buy more cars and save them before he starts crushing them. Well, we got some dogs at my brother's house, so we are pulling up to a Mopar place here. I got dogs meeting me. Got to find a place to turn around and park this. Yep, I spy an old Barracuda. He's got I think 4 Barracudas up here. There's this one right here is got a 273 Commando with a 904 transmission, and it sounds amazing. That 273 sounds good. It runs great. That's his wife's car. I wish it was mine. I wish I could buy that car. That car's got a cool history too. There is his Little Red Express. It's got a built 360 in it. We're going to set the bed on that truck today. I think this other Barracuda's got a 360 with a 904 transmission in it, and this Neon is a turbo 2.4 turbo car that it's a street car, but his wife's been drag racing it recently. And then he's got a PT Cruiser turbo right there that he drag races. That runs 790s in the 8th mile. It's a turbo cruiser. Get out of here and meet these dogs. Come here, Mishka. Come here, girl. Look at you. Oh, look at the puppy. Get back here to this puppy. This is a Cane Corso. He's beautiful. Come here, little puppies. Oh, look at the Cane Corso. He's a beautiful doggy. He's a beautiful doggy. What you barking at, Mishka? Come here. Come here, girl. Oh, and they got a Doberman Pinscher. Where'd he come from? Because I'm not familiar with the Doberman. She's looking at me. Mishka, what you doing? Come here, buddy. Leo, come here, Leo. Come here, Leo. Leo, that little chihuahua, that was my dad's dog. And he passed away. My brother got him. But yep. There's the 65 Barracuda. I think that one's a 64, or that's a 65, this one's a 64. Gonna be redoing the interior in this car. Gonna redo it all back gold. It's gonna be a street sleeper here. It's a solid car. He bought this car out of Oregon. Had it sent down. Yeah, the 273 Commando in that car. I know it's got floating rods. I guess it would have a solid cam. It sounds, man, it revs good. It sounds great. It's got some custom long tube headers on it. Shows I still have good signal. I don't know how my video quality is. This phone ain't that great. I got a new iPhone coming, but it was taking 2 months for them to get it to me. The new 14 Pro. What's up, puppy? What's up, puppy? Oh, you're a pretty puppy. You are a pretty doggy. Well, hey there. Hey there, Doberman. You look like a puppy. I don't know where you come from. I didn't know he had a Doberman here. I like Dobermans. Oregon's a honey hole. Yeah, that car came from, I don't know what part of Oregon, but he bought it online and had it shipped here. There's his old street car he used to race back in 15, 20 years ago. That first gen Neon RT was a nitrous car. He run 850s on the street. It was an 8th mile car, but he run 850s as a street car, and he used to surprise a lot of people. It still runs. It's just been parked. Where'd this dog come from? Huh? Oh, she's pretty. She's pretty. She's pretty. I like Dobermans. What about this little one here? Where'd you come from? I've never seen you before. Oh, Mishka. Huh? Oh, Callie. Mishka was the other one, wasn't it? Oh. That's why she wasn't answering. Mishka's the other one. Mishka was the other one. Oh, what's your name? Dakota? Your name's Dakota? She's being mean to the other dogs? Well, she's a Doberman. She's wanting to protect stuff. Boy, this dog is beautiful right here. This Cane Corso is so beautiful. It's a Cane Corso Mastiff mix. And I don't know if you can tell it, but his head is huge. And his colors are beautiful. He's gonna try to fire this little red up. Batteries, they'll sound weak. You got to get some gas to it, or choke it. You got to put some gas in it, boy. High dollar rear window, is that what you're saying in the back of that Dodge truck? We got open headers on this truck. It's cold. It's like 30 degrees out here right now, so no carburetor. It's a little bit cold nature. That's open headers on a 360 Mopar. It's a Little Red Express truck. He's had this truck for 34 years. I think we're gonna set the bed on it today, just to get it back on the truck. 3 gallon startup. Yeah, it's an LA block. It's an LA block truck. Sure is. This engine was built by Mike Lau of Lau Racing Engines up in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. About 450 horse motor. Got J-heads on it, Wisecoat pistons. I don't remember what size cam it is. Custom cam. It's got a cone converter, 727 built converter, built transmission. 391 sure grip, or 8 3/4 rear, 391 posi. Should be a good runner though once you get it all back together, get it on the track. Hopefully. Yeah, it's pretty loud in person. Hopefully he gets his truck to No Name Nationals this year, which means he's got to put content out since he's only got like 30 subscribers on his channel. So he's got to start getting some videos out. He works on stuff all the time. I tell him just set a camera up and start making video. People want to see what you work on, especially when you work on old junky Mopars. How are the brakes? You got brakes on that truck? Yep, he got brakes.
Brake booster on it.
Brake booster's bad though. Got to put a brake booster on it, but it's got brakes. That was what he drove in high school. That Little Red. We restored it back in the late '80s. Painted it all up. Had all new wood, stripes, all that stuff. The sticker kit, everything. And then, just like Candy Cane, we restored it too back then. And those are what we drove in high school. He drove the Little Red. I drove the '64 C10. My truck had a 327. He had a 360 with a small cam in it back then. And he still got his first truck. My dad gave that to him, and my dad gave me my truck when I was 16. So we've both got our first truck still. And hopefully we get to race them against each other at No Name Nationals. Post his link and we'll get him some more subs. Let's see. I'm on my phone. I don't know if I can get to his link from here. Let me try. No. Yeah, I'm almost at 1K. I've almost got 1,000 subs on my channel. I'm gonna do some video, some more this week. I got so much content to edit. I should be able to get. His channel is Mopar Michael. If you go to my channel, my home page on my channel, and scroll down to there's a bunch of channels that says other cool channels to check out. I think his is the first link down there on my homepage. It says Mopar Michael. He's only got a few videos up. He put videos up of them drag racing. I think his wife was just racing last weekend in this car. They got drag radials for it, and then the PT Cruiser, or the PT Turbo up here, Cruiser Turbo, they've got slicks. It's got a 2.4 turbo motor in it. It's stock motor with big injectors. It runs on E85. It's got a tuner on it, but it runs 790s. It's definitely a sleeper. It's definitely a sleeper that people don't expect it. He gets up there and he's running people with race cars and slicks, and oh, he's got it locked up. Well, he got that thing locked all up. Lexan back glass, or plexiglass. He needs to do Lexan windows on it. Anyway, it's gutted out. It's just nothing but a race seat, and it's automatic. He needs a torque converter in it though, because you can't get any stall speed out of that stock converter. He get a torque converter in there, a little more tuning, he can run 750s with it. Rich Automotive. When I started my channel up a couple years ago, I didn't have but a few subscribers either. I wasn't trying to get subscribers. I was just putting videos of things I done on there and how I work on things. And tell you what, I'm gonna get my gloves because my hands are getting cold. It's 30 degrees out here. I might put my jacket and my gloves on. Oh, let's see. There's a jacket. It's beard season, ain't it? Keep me warm. Keeps me warm in the summer too. Beard season all year long. No season for the beard. It's a lifestyle. You should go check out my buddy Marty Ray Projects. If you don't already know who Marty Ray is, go check out Marty Ray Projects. He's a singer. He's an actor. He's got he's one of my buddies from he's my other brother from Blytheville, Arkansas, out of Memphis, and he's over in Nashville now. He's trying to, you know, make it in the music industry as a private label, but pretty awesome. Already subbed to Mopar Michael. That's cool. Yeah, I wasn't trying to get subscribers until No Name Nationals. Once I signed up for No Name Nationals, you know, and we had to have 500 subscribers. Then I was going for subscribers, and after I got my 500, I was good. But I mean, even if I get 1,000, there's no way I can get monetized. I only have 1,700 watch hours. I'll have to start doing some live streams, posting some live streams and stuff, try to get my watch hours up. Which won't be bad. There's another. All right, Cole, thanks for stopping in, buddy. I'll see you on one of your lives. You ought to check out Cole Waltz. He does live streams down in Texas. He's down by Dallas. Yeah, Cole, I do set one of my accounts up sometimes and watch my videos with it. I've got four accounts. If you count my cousin Dandy's, you count Dandy Salvage. Yeah, this old Barracuda here is so cool. It's got the guy, when he built this car, he did a factory wide body on it. Well, he did a custom wide body. He flared out the fenders so he could put these wider tires on it, because he drag raced this car back in the 70s. Let's see. Michigan International Speedway, Irish Hills. He's got these old water slide stickers. You know, it's hard to find water slide stickers nowadays. These on the inside are water slide. Well, that one may be a water slide too. That said B&M Racing Transmissions at one time. This old car here, it's got custom headers on it. Let's see, last time it was on the road was May of 1983. What's the last time it was? The tags went out, and so last time it was titled was registered was in 1982. This car come out of Norman, Oklahoma. And the guy had it. He raced it in the 70s out in Oklahoma, and he passed away. And his ex-wife got all of his stuff because he never remarried, and she inherited everything, I guess, when he passed away. So she sold. My brother bought this Barracuda. I think he gave like $5,000 for it, and it had been sitting in a garage since 1981. But he put another distributor in it, rebuilt the carburetor, and tuned it up, and it runs. It runs good. It's super cold natured 273. Diamond tuck interior. It does need to be. The interior does need to be redone. It's not horrible though. I mean, considering it's a 65, it could be a lot worse. This is a Formula S. Got an 8-track player in it. It's got the wrong steering wheel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep, I had to fix that. The door button stuck. This one's got a factory tack. Formula S package had a factory tachometer right there. She tip opening the door. Any C10s, Monster Rust? At this house, there are no C10s, but at the junkyard I'm going to, there will be some C10s. Right now, I'm just at my brother's house. We will be going to a junkyard here shortly, and I'll go back live once we get there. You know what? It's what everybody says about the rear windows. These rear windows are not high dollar. You can pick them up for around $150, $200, $300 is about the most they go for, believe it or not, because a lot of people started collecting these back windows and holding on to them, but they just don't bust very often. So if you ever need a back window for these cars, they're not hard to come across. There's people with plenty of them, and you don't have to buy aftermarket. You can buy factory back windows because people started keeping them because they thought it would be a big item one day, and one day it may, but as of right now, still not hard to find that back glass for these cars. He does have a let's see, 1, 2, 3. He's got another one up there in the bushes that is okay, so he's got 3 now. He had 5. He had a blue one that he sold. He had another gold one just like that one that had a 273 in it, a factory AC car. He sold that one a few months ago. He sold the blue one last year, and he still got these 2. So took me 2 years to find my 67 AMC front and back glass. You know what? Yeah, that's something. The glass in that 65 AMC Ambassador that I have, Monster, is great. And I know it would be hard for me to find glass for that 65 AMC. I'm sure it would be. Luckily, it's in good shape. So I'm gonna need. I'm gonna buy an ignition switch for the car, and my plans is to put the Pontiac 400 with a BOP Turbo 350 in the AMC. 67 was a 1 year only car. Yeah, 65 and 66 was the same year, but I didn't know 67 was a 1 year only. I need door windows for my 57 4-door. 57 4-door Chevy. Is that what you got, Rich? 57 4-door Chevy 210 or Bel Air or something. I've got a back glass for a 57 sedan. I don't have any side windows because I had a 57 sedan, 2-door sedan a couple years ago. Hey, Alan's Cars and Stuff. What's going on, buddy? I am not at the junkyard yet. I will be. Had to stop by my brother's house and pick him up. We're gonna go down here and talk to the owner of the junkyard. He's got 2 yards. We're gonna walk his other yard too, which is his new yard. So it's got newer stuff in it, but he does have some older cars in his newer yard. It's just the new yard is easy to. It's on flatter land than his old yard. His old yard is in the hills, and it's hard to navigate and it's hard to get in and out of, which is why they abandoned that yard years ago and opened a new one. But they just never took anything out of the old yard. So today we're going to try to make a deal on a bunch of cars. And start hauling them out. as we can get them. But all right, well, I've been on this live stream for an hour and 17 minutes. I will get back on a live stream once we get back to the junkyard. So it may take about an hour or so before we are. Yeah, Monster, everything is for sale at this other yard. Everything is for sale at the other yard. He sold the land to the state, and he had 1 year to get all the vehicles off of the yard. He's going to start crushing them. So we're going to buy as many as we can, and I want to buy and sell. As I pull them off, I'm going to clean them up and vacuum them out and try to get them rolling and sell them, the ones that people want, so I can save as many as I can and get them out there before he starts crushing them. I don't plan on keeping any of them. My brother wants to keep a couple of the trucks. I don't know. I don't plan on keeping any of them, that don't mean that I will keep any. I won't keep any of them, because I may run across something that I got to keep, but I don't plan on it. I don't know if I got any mods in here right now. If y'all can get that for me. I'm getting ready to go. Hey, what's going on, Russell? Keep my phone charged? Yeah, my phone's charged up. I got 90% on it right now. So, and I've got my GoPro with me and my Osmos Pocket. I'm gonna do some video while I'm in this yard. Once I get to it, we're only about 10 minutes away from the. Got the dancing girls. Yeah, you're right, Bear Rose. I got the dancing girls now. And we're only about 10 minutes from that yard. We passed it on the way up here. So we're gonna go talk to the owner, and then we're gonna go back. Look for a 59 to 64 Pontiac full size today. There are some Pontiac full sizes out there, BNR. I am not sure on the year. They do have the vertical headlights, not the horizontal. They got vertical headlights, which is mid 50s, kind of like that 63 Grand Prix that Buff's Garage has. 57 to 58 Pontiacs are cool. Yeah, yes they are. But Street Fox, what's going on, buddy? Hey, I'll be back on the live when we get to the yard. I'm gonna get off here for now. We got to go talk to the owner. Russell, that's great. I'll give you a call later, or I'll talk to you. That's good, man. Be nice to get your truck back on the road, I know. 55 Pontiac 287 just for historic stuff. Well, I didn't even know they had a 287. That's pretty cool, man. 287 V8. All right, BNR, Mr. Pontiac Garage, Barrows, Outfits Garage, all you guys, Street Fox, badass things. Hey, thank you all for coming in. I'll be back on a live stream within an hour, and we'll take a look around the yard. Big Block 402, and I'm gone.